My News 26 and CCTV. It's high school basketball. Coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We are almost set for the start of fourth quarter action. Gaylord leading 35-24. They had a 4-point lead at the end of the first quarter, an 8-point lead at halftime, and now 11. Mike, they've been just stretching the lead a little bit each quarter so far.
I think right now for the Vikings to come out here and try to get a stop right away, and then come down the other end and get a basket to cut this lead a little bit. You know, Gaylord's going to try to be patient, I'm sure. Hold on to the ball, run some clock. Get good shots, stretch lead when they can. Good ball pressure by Hannah. You know, it's a big game early on. It's game 2 for both teams. You're right into the Big North Conference schedule.
Yep.
The conference appears to be wide open from what I've heard from the coaches, Dan. And it would be nice for either one of these teams to kind of get into the win column early, kind of stake their early lead to the conference.
And especially for Cadillac on home floor. It's much harder to win away from home. As Elizabeth Hines with an offensive rebound putback basket.
I'd like to see the Vikings go with a little more ball movement. You see it right here. I'm sure Coach Johns at the break said, "Hey, we need to pass more. We need to get the ball moving."
Polis gets her own rebound. Block shot inside right there. In amongst the trees with a nice rebound. A good try for the Vikings. Just not quite tall enough in there. Ross with the basket.
Well, she's really starting to fill it up, isn't she? Really hitting a 15-foot jumper. She's had a couple out on the break now. Gopinski was hot early on from out behind the arc. So Gaylord has a couple of weapons. They push the ball well up the floor. So see if they can keep the ball moving going at least. Something to build on, as the season progresses.
And we've got a foul right there. Looks like the 5th team foul for Gaylord. Cadillac will be inbounding the ball underneath their basket. Good student section right there. Looks like we got something out on the floor they're taking care of. So Bartman kicks it in. She gets it right back in the corner, but Gaylord covers it up well. Finds a cutting Emmington. She gets her own rebound, finds Polis, back to Emmington. She goes to the basket, hits McAllister. How about that possession by the Vikings?
Really good ball movement. The one pass that came into Hannah when she cut was a little awkward. She's kind of under the rim, but they maintained possession, kept the ball movement going, and got a good-looking shot by Allie McAllister.
She has 6 for the Vikings now. Kopinski.
Good job by Callie reading that pass, getting in the passing lane. The Vikings have done a good job defensively at times, getting in passing lanes. Once again, I really think it comes down to transition. Gaylord has a couple easy layups, a couple easy shots from 15 feet, and the Vikings haven't hit some open shots. Once again, Polis, give it up. Nice job. Get it ahead.
Just throw it ahead, let your teammate run that down, and Emmington gets a basket off a great feed. 4 quick points for the Vikings here in this quarter.
Tough break.
And that is going to be Viking basketball, and they'll have a chance to cut that lead. That's 11 right now. See if we can get it under 10. Emmington's bringing the ball down the floor.
Gaylord's done a nice job getting to the glass on the offensive end a few times. Didn't score there. Had a good opportunity.
Oh, how about those ups? That looked like you, Mike. She had good hang time right there on that.
Long time ago, Dan.
Couple of surgeries ago,
3 surgeries ago. There's number 11 again, Ross. What a player, huh?
She's had a nice second half as she's put in her 4th basket. I think 2 from about the free throw line and 2 on little drives like that. She's showing all of her game.
Nice back cut. Good job by McAllister. High post player, turn, look to the wing, and then Hannah, nice back cut. Once again, Emmington having a really nice ball game.
That was a nice solid back cut and a great feed. Looks like Gaylord's going to run a little 5-out right now. Camillo's called for that.
I think you were talking earlier. If this game were to get back to within 6 or 8, Dan, they started having to foul. They're only at 3 fouls currently.
That'll be 3, yep.
Yep, so that would be one of those things you talked about earlier.
I think we've got a timeout here. Timeout Cadillac. In case you're just joining us, it is Military Appreciation Night here tonight. Both schools have purchased special jerseys for tonight to honor the men and women who have served and are currently serving. School's done a little raffle to raise some money. They've collected items ahead of time, and they hope to send a lot of stuff to the active military of Cadillac High School or former Cadillac High School students. And sounds like it's going to be something of a tradition here. We had a great ceremony before the game. Saw a lot of folks from the area color guard, and nice national anthem tonight by the honors choir. Been a nice high school girls basketball activity and a community event for Cadillac. We also want to make sure we mention and thank our crew out there tonight. We've got in the truck Jake Owens directing things tonight. In our graphics and and our scoreboard action, all those kinds of things. Along with our camera folks, they've been rotating jobs, the 4 of them tonight. Bailey Hoover, Kaylee Buck, Heather Stilson, and Rain Johnson-Hill. Rain's been down on the floor all night tonight. Somebody's bringing you a shot of him. 4:42 to go, Mike. The Vikings down by 11.
Yeah, at this point in the game with under 5 to play, I'd like to see Cadillac get a stop here. Nice rebound by Gopinski. See if McAllister. There we go. Emily Bond's checking the game for the Vikings, pushing the ball ahead.
She does a nice job.
Stay under control. Nice hesitation by McKenna Bryant. Finds McAllister.
McAllister with her 4th basket.
Nice job from the free throw line.
Nice job by the Vikings on that. Started right away with Bond with that fast break.
I wonder if Gaylord to just hold the ball and see if they'll come out and go man.
Nope.
See if they're going to hold it long enough. Make us get out of this 2-3 zone. You can see a little bit right now.
Nope.
Emily Bond getting a little higher.
It's a nice job by Gaylord right now. They're going to be patient. Sure. They're in control. Mm-hmm. They're going to make Cadillac come out a little bit.
There we go. A little higher pressure.
Sometimes this kind of works against you, though. We'll see how Gaylord handles this when Cadillac does get a little press on them. Offensive foul right there by number 5 for Gaylord. That is Mackenzie Wilkie. She's had a nice second half here.
Dan, not uncommon when you apply a little pressure. We're looking at a high school basketball game. A lot of 16 and 17-year-old athletes here. You add a little pressure, and the game becomes a little different, right? You're not pressing professional basketball players right now. And
early in the year, this is something that a lot of teams haven't worked on, that slow down offense that we saw Gaylord tried to run right there. Mm-hmm. So you often results in a turnover.
Got her.
Nice backdoor cut again by the Vikings, and a block shot right there.
Number 5.
Yep, that would be
Mackenzie Wilkie.
Wilkie
really
says
nice
no.
Nice recovery. It's a good back cut by Callie, and a good find by Katie Bartman. Hannah's going to check back in, Dan, for Emily Bond. Give Hannah a little breather. I can tell she was winded that last time out.
3:16 to go. Cadillac inbounds. Finds Polis.
Good screen
she got
by Katie.
Nice screen. She's going to go left. Kicks it out.
Big shot.
Big shot. A big three by Bryant.
This is back to a 6-point game, Dan, with 3 to play. And we'll see how the Vikings defend here. Also, see if they have enough gas left in the tank, too. Sometimes you'll see a team that has to work so hard to come back.
That's a great defensive place right there. She finds a teammate, too. This could cut it to 4. Little short.
Oh, and Hannah comes back out to his foul. That's okay. What a great play. Nope. I think right there you get it. Keep your team up. That's a great play and a great look. I mean, you didn't get the basket the other end, but did the right things.
Did the right thing on the defensive end. A great fast break opportunity, and you got to support the hustle at this point too.
Vikings going to press. Looks like they're going to go out in a little diamond press, or is it full court man? You worry here about Gaylord getting a run out. Good hustle by McKenna Bryant.
Comes
Transition.
from behind, knocks that ball out of bounds, and good sportsmanship by her to go up into the bleachers and get that ball.
That was a big opportunity there for the Vikings. A
lot of time yet.
Layup. Still 3 to play. Just under 3 minutes to play. We'll come right back to Kopinski in the corner behind the screen. There she is.
And she hits another 3. That's a big dagger right there. Her 4th three-pointer of the game.
And we go from 6, chance to go to 4, but then back to 9. Like I said, still plenty of time. Just take care of the ball, get the shots you can get.
Nice job right there by the Vikings. They get another good-looking shot, unable to have it fall.
Hands up. You don't need a foul here. Keep the pressure on.
Good call. That is a block.
Once again, it's Ross.
How about that move by Wilkie in the middle of that on that fast break? She just kind of took the ball to the middle, made the defender slide a little bit left, and that made it open for Ross to get to the basket.
Right to the corner. Nobody steps out.
Polis with that rebound on Kopinski's miss. Nobody picks her up, so she picks it up and doesn't hit it.
I like it, though. It's an open look. Down to 1:47 to play. You're going to need a basket, a quick possession.
Quick possession.
And she had an open look. She didn't force anything. I think it shows some nice heart by the Vikings. Down by as many as 12, Dan?
Yep.
More than that?
14, I think,
14.
at one point.
And to dig in a little deeper, there goes Ross again to the basket. Nice power move.
And we have a jump ball call.
The Vikings have showed some nice toughness and some resolve. 9-point game with 1:33 to go.
We've got a timeout. I'm sure Coach Johns, if the Vikings aren't able to come back and get a W here tonight, will be very pleased with exactly what you're talking about. There's mistakes out there on the floor that they've made, turnovers, missed some shots that they probably should have hit, but they got to like the way that they played and battled back in this game.
I think, like you mentioned, missing some shots. We hit some shots early in this game, and we're not in a situation where we're down by 9 currently. We had some really good shots in the first half. I think it's you talk about, instead of waiting till late in the game to talk about how we're playing now, as you reflect back on, hey, we had some open shots, we had some chances.
And certainly on the defensive end, you gotta keep an eye out for sophomore Kopinski, Gabby Kopinski for Gaylord.
Yeah,
Savannah Kopinski.
Yeah, she did a great job.
She's hit 4 threes.
That last one was great. She came off she inbounded the ball, came off the screen, stepped a little higher up under the wing. They reversed the ball back to her. Big 3 late in the game when it was at 6 and then pushed to 9.
So we have Gaylord leading 44-35 with just over a minute to play. Minute 33, Viking ball.
It's a long season. We're in game 2 of 20, right?
Yes, sir.
Cadillac, just to keep your chin up, keep working hard, learn to grow as a team, get better as a team.
That ball goes off of Cadillac's number 4, Katie Bartman. Gaylord maintains possession with the lead. Cadillac's going to probably look to foul or get a quick turnover right here. How about that rebound?
Number 25, nice play.
That is Elizabeth Hines with a great rebound and basket right there.
She's a good little athlete. She's long, long arms, long legs, real athletic build. Just came in, easy rebound for her over top of McAllister.
That is the 7th team foul by Gaylord, and that'll send the Vikings to the free throw line, just what they need. Stop play and a chance to get a few free points here. Looks like that's Emmington. She's had a heck of a game here tonight. And that is a little long, but the ball goes out of bounds back to the Vikings. Polis steps out to the 3. That's a smart shot on her part, even though it doesn't go. It's a good-looking shot. Just didn't get in.
One thing I like to see here, Dan, is I would like it. I don't want teams to foul here. You know, I don't. It's going to be hard to cut the lead. You know, you're down by 9, down by 11. To come back with 50 seconds to play, I think what you don't want to see is to push that lead farther, right? So where maybe an 11 or 9-point loss becomes a 15 or 17 because you're trying to foul.
Right. And you're balancing that with the idea of being behind and what you need to do for the next game. And certainly Gaylord with the same idea of how do you maintain poise with the lead.
Sure.
As both teams will venture into the other 18 games before playoffs.
Emily Bond just checked in for Hannah Emmington, who left to a nice round of applause. You know, played a really nice game. We have Katie Bartman committing a foul up top on number 11. Ross going to put her to the free throw line.
Cadillac 17 foul as Ross goes to the line here.
I think you like to see that competitive spirit, Dan, like we talked about, by committing the foul and wanting to stay in the game and trying to continue to come back. But this part of the game, 47 seconds to play, being down by 11.
Once again, we want to take this opportunity here to thank our sponsors, Cadillac Tire, Napa with their locations in Cadillac, Lake City, and Big Rapids, and Pizza Plus. If you are out there students-wise and you're interested in perhaps a career, cameraman, working in the truck, doing these kinds of things, or even being on air, we'd I guess direct you to get in touch with your high school counselor or get in touch with the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center, because this broadcast is brought in part by the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center, CCTV, and My News 26. So if you get in touch with either of those folks, they'll help you get in touch with us, and we can get you doing some of these jobs.
There's Ross, really continuing to shoot the ball well from the free throw line, having a really solid game. I think
it's her 11th point of the game.
Yeah, with her and
9.5.
With her and Kopinski, done a really nice job, and then sprinkling some good plays by the rest of the Gaylord team. Jamila does a great job coaching. The Blue Devils been there for quite a while. My daughters played against his daughters several years ago in some really good Cadillac Viking Gaylord Blue Devil basketball games.
How about that ball movement by the Vikings leads to a good left-handed shot by Polis, just a little bit off. I think would have liked to have seen her kick that out maybe off that drive, find her teammate sitting in the corner at the three-point line, but with 30 seconds to play, you got to get the quick shot.
Sure. Coach John's done a nice job. In a few years, they had a great run last year with that. Was it in the regional quarterfinals? It was a great run for the Vikings. They graduated a nice core group of players who have gone to some nice success at the collegiate level in different sports. But she continues to coach all the way through here with just 32 seconds remaining. Really bringing the kids over, making sure that they're being coached up the entire game all the way to the end.
So Freeman misses that free throw. We've got all kinds of stuff going on here. We've got a horn going off. I'm not sure what's going on right here. I think we'll take a quick stop and play. I think there might be something on the floor.
So, Dan, I've spent 20 years working over at the scorer's table as a public address announcer, and somebody stepped on one of the cords that goes to the outlets that are plugged in below the scorer's table.
Okay.
There you go. See, it's coming right back on now.
Okay.
It's always been something kind of tricky. They plug them in right below your feet over there. And so occasionally we have a horn, a buzzer go off, and game stoppage.
Good call. So with 18 seconds to play, Gaylord is going to come away with a victory here in the first ever military appreciation night between the Gaylord Blue Devils and Cadillac Vikings. Both teams wearing special honorary jerseys for this game. Polis got a little bit too far under the basket for that shot. Maybe needed one more dribble to get to the far side on that.
Yeah, I can tell she's a little frustrated. She's a really great player. She's a good shooter, and things haven't gone her way tonight. I don't like to see her disheartened right now because they have a long season ahead, but she really is a player they're going to lean on for the rest of the year. Needs to keep shooting.
So Savannah Kabinski, steps to the line right here. She's had a very solid game. Just a sophomore here for Gaylord. makes that free throw. Gets the second, puts Gaylord up by 13 with just about 6 seconds to play. And a long three at the buzzer is no good. And that'll make the score Gaylord, the Blue Devils, 48, and the Vikings of Cadillac, 35. We'll be right back after a short break with a little post-game wrap-up, everybody.